Hello, 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 and welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. I'm so glad to be with you here today. I'm so glad you're joining me, whether you're watching me in the live version, which I'm going live now. I haven't done this for a while, or you're watching me in the replay version. I'm so glad you are here. I'm going to be getting back into it. I want to talk about that coming to you live on a consistent basis. When you come on to this live broadcast or when you're watching the replay, say hello, hello, hello. That's our Workouts for Older Men live greeting. Let me know if you are new to my circles. So you're watching me on YouTube at Skip LaCour. You're watching me on my Facebook page at Skip LaCour page. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Santush. So glad you're here watching me on YouTube. Hey, if you're on my Facebook, make sure you go to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you are on my Facebook page. Again, that's at Skip LaCour page. All right, that's my public page where I'm posting tips all throughout the day, in addition to videos, just my thoughts as maybe I'm talking to one of my one-on-one coaching clients, and there's some breakthrough that I thought might be helpful to you. I'm always posting it on my Facebook page in the community section of the YouTube, my YouTube page too. Hello, Mark. Need to know at 55 is too old to build muscle. I'll talk about that. The answer is no, it's not too old to build muscle. All right. What are your expectations? How soon do you want to have them? That's what we probably should talk about. That's what a lot of men need to understand when it comes to building muscle and working out and that effort that they put in when you're a little bit older. All right. So when you come on, say hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Yes. How has your new year gone? We're approaching the end of January. I know traditionally, all the talk on social media is that, oh, it's the beginning of the year. Everybody gets committed, comes up with a plan to work out, to really get consistent with their eating, change their body, change their life, beginning of the year. From my experience, doing this for 33 years, helping out so many men just like you, it's really not at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, we're just getting back in our patterns of being off work, all the schedule, all the holidays. It's usually about in February, usually about the middle of February, usually when the weather starts changing a little bit warmer. I found that's where most men start getting serious about their fitness. Not the first year. I guess it's when they first plant the idea and you see it all over social media. So if you have not quite gotten your patterns, your systems together quite yet, you're not alone. You're not alone. I am not back on my patterns yet for everything that I've got going on after this holiday, right? But bit by bit. So I hope that makes you feel a little bit better and you continue, all right, getting it together here in these next couple of weeks. This is the time. All right. So I haven't been doing this for a while. It's from comments like you, how much you love my live broadcast that has me coming back. I love answering your questions when I go live. If you're watching this replay version, post your questions so that the next live, I'll just start off with your question because I want to find a way to serve you anyway. I can be productive with my time that I do these lives, but also productive with your time. I respect that. All right. So one thing I want to come on and talk about today, this past week, and I'll do this from time to time, I'll give you an opportunity to fill out a questionnaire, and then all through my week, when I have the time in between all the things that I'm doing with family and business and my coaching clients, I'll make courtesy coaching calls because I know you're getting out so much information out there. I know for a lot of men, smart men, they're productive, they're successful in their businesses, and when they come to fitness, it feels as though they're doing everything right and they're not getting the results that they want. That can be really frustrating. A lot of times when I talk to you one-on-one, just something you're not quite getting on the translation. It seems like that's the right approach, makes sense, but it's not how it works. And a lot of times it's just a couple of tweaks in the way that you're perceiving what you're being told that makes all the difference in the world. How you prioritize your energy, how you prioritize all the different facets of working out and eating, putting the right amount of emphasis on the right things, not just everything and hoping that you get the results that you want. A lot of times that's lot of men's frustration. I clear that up a lot with the one-on-one coaching calls. So go to workoutsforoldermen.com. Workoutsforoldermen.com. Let me post that here. Go there. That'll take you to an opportunity for you to get free access into the Workouts for Older Men members only website. So that's a special next level information that I post, and I drip it out. All right. Things that maybe are next level things that, I don't necessarily put out on the internet, in social media, really kind of keep it basic. But the next level things, routines, I have that members only website. It's absolutely free access, instant access. You fill out a questionnaire, but I want you to fill that questionnaire thoroughly. Go all out, because I'll review those this week. And for those of you who this past weekend you did fill out those questionnaires and you did get instant access into the members only website, hopefully dig in there often. All right, with all the different things that are available there, with that username and password that I issued you. Right. And now I'll be reviewing the questionnaires and making phone calls all this week. So if you see a phone call from the 925 area code, that's going to be from me, and we'll set up some time to talk. And hopefully I'll bring able to bring you some clarity, that perspective I talk about, just a little tweak in your understanding so you can start getting those results that you want, because I know you want this badly. I know you're putting a lot of effort into it. It's not quite working out the way they want, maybe a little bit frustrating. Hopefully I can end that confusion and frustration for you. So go to workoutsforoldermen.com, fill out that questionnaire. You're going to get instant access into the members only website. Dig into that information, that next level information. I'll review your questionnaire when you play all out, when you fill it out thoroughly, and I'll give you a call. All right. So I want to talk more about that and what I have planned with a follow-up on that, because it does make a difference. Coaching men from 12 weeks, a couple sessions, coaching men for as long as 6.5 years, right? Obviously, we don't talk just about fitness, after we get to that stage. 12 weeks can definitely do it. I mean, if you're a little bit older, you're used to performing at a higher level, you've mastered your work, and it's frustrating for you with all this information out there. 12 weeks with me, you'll be absolutely certain on exactly what to do. You'll get credit for all the things you've learned, because you'll be able to put them in perspective where something isn't necessarily wrong, but are you putting too much value on it? Are you putting enough value on the right things? You know exactly what to do, why you're doing, which is really important to give you certainty and confidence moving forward, right? And then most importantly, you'll know what to do in a sustainable manner. But when you do it in a sustainable manner, because I was in there working out this morning, I was thinking how my workouts are short, sweet, and condensed, effective. But if I was somebody who was brand new to the gym, who wanted to really put in the effort, all right, and wanted results right away, this wouldn't seem like enough work. You would want to work more. You would want to work longer. You're motivated. You would want to work out 2 hours, do dozens more exercises and dozens more sets and reps. But when you do it in a sustainable manner, it doesn't take all that. It's just one workout, but you stack it with consistency and over time, right? So there's two different ways to go about this. One, if you've got a busy, productive life, it's not going to be sustainable, even if you were to spend all that extra time, right? So I teach you how to do this in a sustainable manner, so you'll have it for the rest of your life, and you'll know what to expect, the changes in your body, um, what to expect, when to expect them, all right, and what not to expect. All right. So 12 weeks with me, you'll have this down for the rest of your life. You'll know exactly what to do and what things that aren't quite as important as maybe you think or maybe you've heard. Right. So Mark wants to know if at 55 years old, uh, he needs to know how to build muscle. He wants to know if it's even possible. Well, at 55 years old, how long have you been training? If you've been really knowing what you're doing and you've been consistent for the last 25 years, all right, pushing yourself every single day in the gym. I mean, looking to gain 5 pounds of muscle in the next couple months, right? You're doing everything that would, build as much muscle as possible, but isn't going to build, that much. All right. It's a big difference if someone's 55 years old and they start eating right and training right for the first time in their life. And I have a lot of men who come to me that way. That amount of muscle, so it's a same 55-year-old, and it's the same exercises and effort. One will have a better chance to build more muscle, more significant muscle sooner than the 55-year-old who's been working out consistently for 25 years. But here's the thing, and this is really important. And I'd like to just tell you, oh yeah, we're going to gain 10 pounds of muscle in the next couple months, regardless of how long you've been training, how long you've been going at this, right? But one thing we got to realize at this age, you're fighting for every ounce of muscle just to keep it, right? I don't know if you've noticed this, and maybe some of the guys have been training a long time, but you starting getting older, you started approaching 60. I mean, all that effort, you're just fighting to keep it. All right. So you want to know what it'd be like if you didn't put in this effort. Look at the guys who don't train. All right. I know you want to build 10 pounds, but I'll tell you what, as you get older, you're going to be glad that you worked out. If you really look at it too, if you've been training a long time and you want to make these gains that aren't coming, start looking at some men who are about your age who just started training. They don't have 25 years of training. They don't have 15 years of training. They've been just training for a couple of years. They're catching up to you. They're catching up to you. You may know what you're doing in the gym and have all this experience, and at one time you had all this muscle, but 2 years at 55 versus 25 years at 55, and if they do their work, they're narrowing that gap. It is no longer you've got a 25-year head start. I'm talking about the amount of muscle you carry on the body, how lean you can get. So I'm telling you, at this age, I mean, you can't think about that you're only going to do this if you only gain so much muscle. You got to do whatever you can to hold on to it. And a lot of times we will do more to avoid pain. And that's the perspective that we need to have at 55. We either fight for every ounce or we're going to wake up at 65 and there's not going to be anything there. Right. So that may not be what you want to hear, that you're going to be 20, 30 pounds overweight and you think that weight training is going to transform your physique. I talk a lot about diet, but you're going to just build that muscle. You have to get lean and show it. All right, guys. This is a good time. This is 7:30 a.m. in the morning for me. This time, right after my kids get off to school, and usually half an hour before I start on my first coaching call of the day. So this is a good time. So look for me, whether you're watching live. I'd love to have you join me live or in a replay version. But so look for me to show up with this time. Go live. Join me live. I see some of your questions. We'll talk about that on future workouts for older men live, and keep on posting them. I'll answer them. I'll send you links. We can talk about them on future workouts for older men live. So that's going to do it for today. Let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than in front of us. Live with that sense of urgency today. Have a great day.